This gentleman is 450 to 500 pounds. The average bear in the forest is anywhere from 160 to 300 pounds. If you get over that, then we call this a neighborhood habitual bear.
Anytime you have a bear that's named in a neighborhood, that bear has been there for too long, and that bear's only been there because the humans have invited it to stay. We are photographers, okay? When we got near Thor, we did not have long ones on camera. We had the portrait ones on. Yeah. Thor was within 25 feet of me.
So she was in the car.
I was in the car. Dan was out.
I'm the adventurer.
I'm like, you need to get in the car. I yelled at Thor, Thor, you know, my mother's voice. Thor, you need to leave. And he looked at me. I'm telling you, if that bear could have rolled his eyes, he would have.
There's like a 17, 18-year-old say, yeah, right, Mom. Okay, I'm just going over here.
So why does Thor come into our neighborhood to begin with? Well, first off, bears can smell for up to a mile away.
And there's new research that is indicating maybe even more than that. So, why does he come in? As someone said over here, garbage!
So this is Thor. This was actually taken by someone else before they called us out and told us to come look. He's sniffing in his garbage can, but these people were good. He didn't get anything. He smelled something, but there wasn't anything in it. But look what happens right
I love
next
the camera
door.
right there. Check him out.
Look what happens when he goes to the next door neighbor's house in Wakaiba. You see the garbage?
It's picnic time.
Do you see the pack of hot dogs? You see that pack of hot dogs is covered in plastic? You know he ate every bit of it. Do you think that was good for the bear?
No.
But not only did this wonderful neighbor provide him with a scrumptious lunch, what else they gave him?
A wheelbarrow filled with rainwater. So hey, I have water here too. What do we need? Food, water to live, right? Shelter? They could shelter anywhere. Okay. Yeah, I love that. Like a sign in the back.
That's absolutely
So Thor wasn't done.
beware
He
of the
left our
dog.
neighborhood and went over to the next neighborhood where he was known as Bubbaloo, or he had several names depending on whatever neighborhood he was in. There was what, Big Bob, and so yeah. Now he's eaten. He's had his drink. He wants dessert.
Okay, I'm gonna pull up this next slide. This is not me in a bear suit. That is Thor in someone's refrigerator in their garage. They are very intelligent. They know how to open refrigerators. They love beer. They love iced tea, and they love. She said they pulled out the gelato, and ate the gelato, and then left. She had her chicken. She had her ground meat in there. Never touched it. And most of the times when we hear this, they never touch the meat. They go after the sweet, high-calorie stuff, which is usually beer. I'm still waiting for a bear to walk down the road going like this. And, you know, and please don't take this the wrong way. FWC has Seminole County as being the most brain-dead community of not closing their garage doors. And what else do we keep usually in our garage if we have pets? Dog food, cat food, bird food. I have to say, I am one of those brain dead people that left our garage door open. 2007, it was Thanksgiving. I took the carcass of the turkey out, put it in the garbage can, and took it away from the house. Left the garage door open. Came out a half hour later, walked out, and I am literally 3 feet away from a 400-pound bear. The back of his back, top of his back, was touching the rearview mirror of our car. I screamed and went the other way, and he took off and went that way as quick as we did. And then afterwards, never touched the turkey carcass. He came in, found some bird food that we had, and we had grandchildren at the time, baby grandchildren, and he went after the dirty diapers. They were all over me.
We've been talking about Thor, but what happens if it's a female bear that you've invited into your neighborhood? They smell the smells, and you're putting food out for them, right? So we get a female bear comes in. Females get pregnant. They have little cubs, and look what happens. The next year, they bring their babies back. That is our front yard. That one was shot with a long lens. It was about midnight. We got home. There were no lights on at our house. And we saw this black moving stuff out in the darkness. And Dan got the camera. He had it in the car with the long lens. And he went, and babies ran off the tree and he snapped that picture.
Yeah, it's like, how do you get attention of a bear? I never, this is the closest, we've had them in our yards and stuff like that, but never like this. And I was just like, we have cats and dogs. Literally doing that, and those cubs seconds up that tree. And this was our neighbor's garbage, so as
yeah,
you can see,
we promise it wasn't ours. If anybody's ever had bears in their yard, you know that they will take your garbage to your neighbors and bring your neighbor's garbage to yours. They never eat it where they find it. You see the Doritos.
It's amazing to see them climb a tree.
Oh, yes.
They're like a cat.
Yes.
So
Yes.
you're trying to run away
Yep.
from a bear, don't go up a tree.
Right, they can climb a whole lot faster than we can, that's for sure. That's why they say never climb a tree.
So how do we entice them in? Remember, they can smell for up to a mile away, probably a little farther. And it's generally with our smells.
So we have the grill, Now a lot of you guys already know this because, Commissioner Haran, along with the Great Commission of Seminole County, Commissioners of Seminole County, put out one of the best, and still the best, ordinances in the state. Okay? Clean your grills. Okay? They love the residue. Of course, the garbage can. Composting. If you do composting, you have to be careful on what you're throwing in there. Bird feed. That's the other thing. That's number 2 on the list of FWC no-nos, is if you're in bear country, if you want to feed the birds, that's fine. Take it in at night. I know it's a pain, but I couldn't tell you how many bird feeders and we had shepherd's hooks that were this thick, that were bent, from the bears pushing them over, and the bird feeders were annihilated. Of course, honey, we have a lot of people that do honey, okay? So some of the honey keepers or beekeepers are not too happy right now. They just need to protect it. If you have chicken coops, electrify. I know it takes a little bit more, but isn't it our responsibility? It's like, saying to a hurricane, can you stop here? This is my front yard. Okay, please go that way. It's not going to happen. Of course, pet food and things like that.
So let's look at this calorie counter. So here we are in hyperphagia. The bears are out. They're looking for those 20,000 calories. They eat a lot of berries, and if they want to, if they have to find berries in the forest, they're going to have to find them. They're going to have to pick them. They're going to have to eat them. 1 pound of berries is 2,000 calories. A pound of acorns is 2,000 calories. Okay, but look what happens if they can find a jar of peanut butter. It's almost 5,000 calories. 7 pounds of bird seed. If you guys put bird food out, you know that's not really that much. And even if you're just putting out 1 bird feeder, if you count up the bird feeders in your neighborhood, there's easily 7 pounds. Look at the calorie count on that, 12,000. That's more than half of what they need in that day. And then,
there's our dog food.
Remember these fingernails we were talking about? And we talked about how the fingernails are used for climbing. They're also really good at ripping through screen doors. Because a lot of people in Seminole County, they keep their dog food and their cat food on the back porch. And if they can find a 25-pound bag, they've got 2 days of food, 42,000 calories.
That's like me eating lots of food and just going to sleep and saying, I'm going to see you guys for 2 days.
So you see how important it is to secure our trash, because they're in hyperphagia. If they're getting fat off of this stuff, they're going to go have more babies.
Now, one thing, and I apologize for interrupting, please forgive me because I'm going to go, we don't have a slide in here. Nancy asked if I brought it and I did not. Do you know those big jars, plastic bin jars that you get, like pretzels and Cheetos and those cheese puffs that you usually get at Costco or Sam's Club? Okay. there have been, in the past year, there has been 3 yearling bears that, you know, people were throwing it into their recycle bin, but they didn't rinse them. And that smell, that cheese, they stick their head in and they can't get their head back out. It's not like us being able to do this once we put a mask on or something. And they found 3 that had this on, so who knows how many that have died with it on because they can't eat, they can't drink, you know, and if they start hyperventilating, they can't breathe. So they were able to save those 3. So just be very careful when you're putting things in your recycle bin, you know, to make sure you clean them out.
So if you see a bear in your neighborhood and you see it standing up, it could be because it's looking to get a better look at you, like who's that or what is that? You know, a lot of these bears have never seen people.
That's not an attack position, that is an inquisitive position. You know, and they're one of the few species that can do this. So again, if I'm down on the floor, so I get graphic. If I'm down here, I only see everybody's legs and some people in the back or something. As soon as I'm able to get up, wow, look at all the things I can see now. Okay, and they do the exact same thing. And that's why your bird feeder's not safe at that level. It's not gonna happen, it's gone.
Bears are really, really strong, so if you have a regular garbage can, popping that lid open and getting goodies inside is nothing to them. And in fact, bears are so smart, they even know what day garbage is in your neighborhood.
There it is,
Yep.
buffet, one, you know, and they have, like I said, anywhere from 15 to a 30 to 60 mile range, but usually 15 to 30. So it's buffet after buffet after buffet. Why do you think we, you know, the big push was for bear resistant garbage cans?
So what can you do other than securing your attractants, taking your food in, your hard food in, not putting your garbage out, keeping it stored outside, taking your pet food in, cleaning your grills? Well, we can also scare that bear.
Everything from literally, go away, bear! You know, and do it from a safe position. Don't go up and say, Mr. Bear, I need you to go back in. So, you know, do it from a safe position. It can be any pots, you know.
Yeah, no, we've talked a lot about bears really aren't aggressive. They all have different personalities, just like we do as people. So you always want to do it from, you know, in a car, in your house, that kind of thing.
I don't know if this will work, but this is a little video. It's only a 2-minute video. This is put up at Bear Smart Society. These guys are in bear country in Canada, in Whistler, British Columbia, and we're partners with them. They're really cool people. There's audio, but if I can't get the audio, you'll see it. It doesn't really need audio. Let's see if it'll run the.
Whistler is bear country. This means if you like to go outside, sooner or later, you'll run into a bear. What do you do if you have a bear encounter?
That's what I did when I went to the garage.
Whistler's black bears have adapted to share their home with us, and encounters rarely lead to aggressive behavior. So if you see a black bear on their turf, in the woods, on the mountain, or even on the valley trail, give them lots of space. Don't approach them or go any closer for photos, especially bear selfies. Make a wide detour, be grateful for the experience, and save the memory for future reminiscing.
I know we're all laughing, but trust me, this happens way too often.
If you encounter a bear on your turf, in the village, or in your yard, you need to let that bear know he's not welcome. It is safely and clear escape from any obstacles.
That was Thor, when I told him to leave.
Accidentally get too close to a bear, and the bear is acting defensively by slapping the ground, popping its jaw, or bluff charging, stand tall, look the bear in the eye, and yell, "Hey, tough! Get out of here, bear!" Back away slowly, and keep your eye on the bear to see how he'll react. To find out more on how to be bear aware in Bristol Bear Country, check out bearsmart.com.
We are going to remake that. Dan's going to play the bear, I think.
I need a bear suit. I need a bear suit.
So, how are we going to get animals, bears out of our neighborhood? Other than the things that we did.
As we know, the bear-resistant garbage can work. It's proven now. It was, there wasn't very much before Seminole County passed their ordinances and started getting bear-resistant garbage cans in. But now that we have these, we are seeing a huge reduction in bear-human conflicts. Now, I was just talking to a lady over here. Guess what? They are also on the move. Okay, well, there's no food over here. I'm going over to Vito now because they don't have bear-resistant garbage cans. So they, they're smart. They're going to go where the food's at. So they're going to move. And a lot of these, this one is actually for the automatic big trucks that pick it up. And the one that Seminole County uses, were tested actually up here at the Central Florida Zoo. In their new bear display. So that's brother and sister display up there. It's a really cool display.
So after Thor had his meal and his drink, he decided to leave our neighborhood. And he kind of looked at me and Dan after he kind of nosed